Yo, welcome in. Unsure what's the title of this vlog's gonna be, but more or less the videos revolve around people's hypocrisy and authenticity. We'll zoom in and try to identify what people possessing those two elements truly are. Most people are. Most people are hypocrites. Part of the reason they don't know who they are. Rather, they believe who they are. Just like their needs are an emergent property of million years of evolution, their identities, desires, and even what they think is a result of a very carefully built and carefully managed system, in which obviously they didn't have any say on. Our current system wasn't built to serve their purpose. It was built upon a preference, some people's preference on how the world should become. This society, which is advertised as for people and which is supposed to be for the people. The truth of the matter is, it isn't about doing them a favor. All societies are about serving an assumption of the world, about serving someone's subjective truth. Those subjective truths which were able to successfully manipulate a large amount of people. Then again, why do people keep letting their purpose defined by society? Why do they keep worshipping and serving the damn system? Do most of them even realize that? Just like the Matrix movie, they don't. Or at very least, they seem to act as if they don't. Have you noticed how easy it is to offend people by questioning their identity and choices? Dang, why would someone be insecure about their own identity or choices? Well, it's because they haven't crafted the identity they hold. They haven't picked the choices they are making. When they're performing an act, they are unaware, nah, made unaware their real reason behind it. Even if some of them are aware, they will never be honest about their intentions. Have you ever seen a people pleaser doing something due to sensitivity of others' perception, yet never admitting it publicly? It's funny, if you take him aside and start to interrogate him, you ask him, why did you go out of your way to do the thing you just do? He would say lines like, what would have others say? Or this had to be done. He would be barely honest about the truth that they care about what people think of them, especially in the social settings. In social settings, they act as if they are doing is the most obvious thing in the world. Part of the phenomena. They will be very spiteful towards anyone hampering their so-called maintenance of harmony. How hypocritical is that? Someone with the lack of self-acceptance telling someone else a bad person. Someone with the lack of self-love tagging someone else principleless. Or someone without an identity disliking someone else just for being who they are. And the worst part about them is, rather than acknowledging and working on their insecurities, They expect others to keep feeding their insecurities, and they think they are winning while doing so. Peak stupidity. Now, let's talk about the other half of the story, authenticity and authentic people. What makes someone authentic? Authenticity is about knowing who you are and who you want to be, and being aware of that while navigating the world. Is it about ego though? Yeah, it's about self. I mean, ego is such a misunderstood concept. The ego people seem to downgrade is actually toxic ego. Carl Jung originally came up with this concept of ego. According to his definition, ego is the identity of ourselves we are aware of. Now, why that would be a bad thing? It's obvious for it to be bad to the people who don't even have an identity, right? I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people with an identity. If you know who you are, you have all the rights in the world to hold your identity, to own your identity. Probably most people want like for being who you are, just like you don't like them, just like you dislike them. The system would be an obstacle too. Rather than a help, it would seem as an evil. Not to mention, in the system, you seem as someone shitting on it. At least to the ships who are feeding and benefiting from the system. It's not just you aren't willing to feed the demonic system, you wanna change it, right? In any way and shape that might be, you are not motivated to that for some greater good. Even if you act otherwise, you, my friend, is motivated by self-interest or subjective values. Just try not to pretend like hypocrites. Or if you do, do it consciously. If you can do that much, trust me, you are at halfway of becoming yourself. Like if you like, subscribe if you haven't.